Here we go. We are back. Welcome back to Yes Chef, No Chef. Big Chef Dan signing in to Friday morning with an absolute banger today. Today we are getting into those like autumn months now and got something really exciting. I'm going to be doing a spice stewed apple cinnamon roll. Oh yeah, you heard it right. Let's get it started. First thing we need to get on with is those apples. So let's get moving. Right, so just whilst we get these apples peeled, just wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on. So if some of you have seen my Instagram, I said that I just wanted to apologize. I only uploaded once this week because I've had a pretty hard week at work. But yeah, we're feeling really good about it today. Like I went to the gym yesterday, absolutely smashed it out. Felt really good yesterday, and today I feel a bit sore, admittedly. But yeah, definitely feeling a bit more positive about the week ahead. We're going to put them in a pan with a bit of sugar and a bit of cinnamon and a bit of lemon juice. And then we're just going to cook that down for about 10 minutes or so, just to get them nice and stewed up and sexy. To a point when we can put them in the fridge. And then once they're in the fridge, then I can just leave them in there then. So I've got to go out and do some stuff. When I get back, I'll actually get my dough on then. Okay? So yeah, looking forward to getting it done. I'm really glad to be back as well. Like it's been a really big week. So yeah, really good to come back and give you guys some seriously good content. So I changed the size of the pan because obviously that pan was way too small. So we've got those apples in there. I've probably put about 125 grams of sugar in there for 3 large brownie apples. They're so bitter, they need a lot of sugar with them. So yeah, with that amount of sugar, I'm going to hit it with about half a lemon now, just to stop the apples from discolouring whilst they're cooking. And then I'll add some cinnamon in a bit once they've stewed down a bit. And then what I'll do, I'll get it in a bowl, wrapped up and in the fridge, and then we'll crack on with the dough. Tiny little thing here, and I think it's got about a teaspoon worth of lemon juice in it. So I've got to give it a good old... Quick, dropped it. Juice out as I can. Okay, so we're doing that now. The apples are moving. Let's have a quick little action shot. Look at that, they are moving. They are getting bubbly, they're getting sizzly, they're getting sexy. To be honest, I'll be honest. I've never made this recipe before, but don't fall. As I was saying, I'm gonna be really honest. I've never made this recipe before, but this is what cooking's all about. I'm not a baker, but I love to bake, you know? So what we're going to try and do is just learn along the way and, yeah, try to have a bit of fun, I guess. So yeah, the apples are cooking down now. I've only got about 5 minutes till I have to be out the door, really. So these apples need to hurry up, if I'm honest. But yeah, we're getting it moving. Going to add the lemon juice and the cinnamon into it. And then we're just going to cook it down for some time until they're a bit softer. I don't know. We are learning on the way. I know how to make cinnamon rolls, but I just got, we're having fun. Alright everyone, so now we are at the stage now where we are going to start combining our ingredients. Our apples have come to really nicely now, see them there? So that's just the apple, the sugar, cinnamon and a half a lemon that's just gone into that. They've just been slowly stewing away. Okay, and then in here, this little bowl here. Okay, oh, there you go. Let's get a bit closer. Oh, spill some. We've got the sugar, we've got yeast, got some salt, and we've also got the bread flour. Okay, and then for our wet ingredients, we're going to be going for butter, milk, an egg with an extra yolk. Okay, we're going to start bringing it all together, and then we'll have to start kneading it to make sure it's all nice and elasticy. Right then, so now we can start adding all our ingredients. So we have our dry and our wet. This milk, I brought it to a light simmer, added the butter to it, and then I've just slowly let it cool down. That goes in. And our egg mix goes in. Okay. And then what we want to do is bring this together now, nice and gently. And once it starts to come together, we can start turning it out onto the table, and then we knead. Okay, so we're nice. Okay, and now we'll just turn this out and knead it until we have a nice dough. And just a quick one to point out, even though this dough looks really soft and wet, after we've started kneading it and then that liquid has started going into the flour absorbs it more. And as we're building that gluten, it will just get stronger and stronger and stronger. So it will go from really sticky and kind of gross to something really nice and pliable. And that's when you know that you've done enough kneading. You just wanted to, once this dough is going to be proven, we're going to make up the filling for it, which is going to be like a cinnamon sugary butter situation, which I'll take you through shortly. But yeah, it's going to be really nice. So once this is proved, we'll get the cinnamon sugar butter sorted. We'll get the apples in the fridge, so nice and cool, and then we'll get this rolled out. I've never done this before, so I've made cinnamon rolls, but I don't know if I've made the apples too big, but I think they might be quite nice because it might give a little bit of texture to it. You know what I'm trying to say? Look, I'll try to press stop now. The dough is like scraping away from the table nice. It's nice right now. So what we'll do is now get this into our bowl, which is going to prove now for about an hour and a half, but you just want to make sure that it's proved enough that it's double in size, basically. Okay, so we'll get that in the bowl now, and yeah, we'll go to make some butter. Right, so the dough is now ready to go in. Our bowl is nice and clean. I'm just going to take our block of butter here, and then we're going to do the block butter. Just run it around the inside of the rim of the bowl. What this does is just makes it a little bit easier for the bowl, the dough, I mean, just to come out a bit later on. So yeah, just lightly grease it. Don't, I mean, just make an absolute mess of your butter block, but nothing wants to stick. So get this up. It's still a little bit sticky, but it's still nice. Try and make a nice ball with it. Like that. Just get it straight in. What we'll do, we'll just get this little rubber spatula here, scrape all this up, stick it on the top, cover it in plastic wrap or cling film, and yeah, we'll stick it on the side. Lovely. Right, so the dough is now officially resting now and or proving. And what we're going to do now is just have a little clean down of everything, just because, you know, it was quite a messy job. You know, you don't want to start another job whilst your side's still dirty, because that's how you should end up with loads of washing up at the end. So yeah, we'll have a little spray down, get everything nice and clean. And yeah, then we'll start making up some butter. All right, so we've had a bit of a travesty. My microphone's broke. Well, I say that, the adapter has snapped. So if the mic quality on this bit is a bit shaky, then I am really sorry. So what we're gonna do now is make the butter. And for that, what we need is 150 grams of dark brown sugar, 50 grams of butter, and about a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're just gonna melt it together and add it to a bowl and let it come up to room temp, so it should be like soft. Okay, so we'll get those in now. Right, so we've got the butter and the sugar in the pan. Okay, we're just going to slowly just bring that together. Don't have to like heat it up. You just want it, the butter nice and soft, so you just want it to be like a nice mix, basically. To a nice little temperature, it's nice and soft. We'll get it chilled down, and then I gotta quickly run out the house for an hour and a half. Gotta go help out my nan with their garden, and then humble, you know, nice done. And yeah, and then that's literally it. Then we just gotta wait for the freaking dough over there to sort its life out, get big, and then we can roll it out, assemble, roll it out again, or roll them, cut them, proof again, and then we can bake and then eat. Alright, so we've got to the point now where we've got the right texture that we want. I want to keep it roughly at this. So what we've got here, see that? It's like spreadable butter sugar. That's honestly, this on like a hot cross bun would be a terrible idea. Oh, that's a future idea. Anyway, so yeah, we want a nice spreadable thick consistency that we can just easily get across, and then we'll be able to roll quite nicely. So with that, we've got our apples, and yeah, now we've just got to wait. So we are now back home now after helping my nan out for a little bit, and what we are doing now is the dough is looking nice, it's risen. So what we're going to do now is roll it out, get the butter and apples through it, and we're going to roll it. Then we're going to slice it into about 12 So I'm going to line this about 4 this way and 3 this way, you see? And then from that point then we're going to let it prune again for about an hour and a half, and then we can bake them. Right, now here comes the tricky bit. We're going to try and roll it now. Okay. I'm honestly so nervous for that to go. It looks a bit like a sweet pizza right now, but I'm going to try and get it rolled up and see what it looks like. So, let's do it. Just got to feed it. I just want to go from like this side first. Just slowly start just tucking and pinching almost. You know? Just got to be like, kind of brave with it. Crazy noises right now. And that ain't a bad sound. Here it is. Look at that. He's a bit drunk in the middle. Alright, now that it's all rolled up, we're going to get it sliced. I think I'm going to go for 12 pieces, maybe 15. I think 12 because it's very loose in the middle, so it's quite tight here, quite loose in the middle. But then again, I didn't put much filling on the sides, so we'll try and get 12 out of it, I think. Alright, so let's do it. So we've got a bit of a teething problem right now. That the pastry is too soft and the filling's too wet. So I'm struggling to slice it. I might have to put it in the fridge or freezer for 10 minutes. But yeah, I'll get back to it. Now, I know it doesn't look great, but it could be something great. It's just a bit of a mess. I'm a bit disappointed. These three are alright, but this is all a mess, and this is fine. I think I've just got to let it prove, and then we'll see how they turn out in just over an hour. Right now. Okay, so we're gonna give them an hour just to like relax a bit, and then we'll bake them. You never know, these could be sensational, but they just don't look very pretty. I have to relook this recipe. I have to go over it a bit, because you know, it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, we'll see what happens in an hour. Okay, so the doughs have now doubled in size. They're actually looking a bit better. We're going to now stick these in the oven now for about 25 minutes until they're poofed up, they're nice and gold around the edges, and yeah, let's see how they turn out. Here we go, the final stage. We finished baking. We're about to pull them out of the oven right now. Okay, so we're about to pull them out of the oven now. Let's see what they look like. Oh my Lord above. They look absolutely insane. I've made lots of icing to go over the top. Yeah, so I'll let these cool down for a bit, and then we'll put the icing on, and then yeah, we'll give it a taste. I'm so stoked. Ideally, I'd make these wait at least 30 minutes before I start putting the icing on. But I've got places to be. I've got to go out tonight, so I've got to get myself all dolled up. But right now, we're going to try it on. Really hot, fresh out the oven. Look at that. Right, let's quickly get a quick nam on it. That is special. Hot, so hot, but absolutely sensational. Absolutely amazing. Oh, so good. All right, so now that is not even sent me a message. So now that is a wrap for today's cinnamon roll. Dan's baking. I don't know. Yeah, that's an absolute wrap for today. I think that's an absolute success. Yeah, we had a bit of a scare earlier on but I think it came out absolutely wonderful. They are absolutely delicious, and yeah, definitely give it a go. One thing I would say, chop your apples a bit smaller to save the scare, but overall, absolutely fantastic. Definitely go try it. And yeah, on to the next one.